Hi, my name is Maria Gonzalez, and this is my artifact analysis presentation for my MAE program. Just a little bit about me. I am a wife and a mom. I have three beautiful girls, and I'm also a kindergarten dual teacher in California. So just to give an overview of the rest of my presentation, this is an outline that I created to show the just the overall plan of study and the PLO alignment of slash artifacts, along with the legend, which is IDM, which is introduced, developed, and mastered. For the first one, I have the first course that I took for my master's program was the MAE 610. And for this course, I chose the artifact called Plan of Study Outline. And for this artifact, I chose PLO 4 to go along with it. And I chose allocation for introduced, or the legend I for introduced. The next one was ITI 670. And for this course, I chose an artifact called Introduction to Social Emotional Learning. And these were some slides that I created for the course. And it would go along with PLO 1. And the legend would be I/D. The next one is ITI 672. And I chose the artifact called Developing Effective Interventions. Again, these were some slides. And I chose PLO 1 to go along with this, and the M for Mastered. The next POS 4 was ITI 674, and I chose the artifact called Research in Action Proposal to go with PLO 3, and I gave D for development. The next POS 5, I chose the induction credit, and I chose the artifact the individualized learning plan to go with PLO 2 and the M for mastered. The next POS 6 was ARL 645, and I chose the artifact called Developing Fluency Lesson Reflection Video, and I chose two PLOs to go with this artifact. I chose PLO 1 and PLO 4. For PLO 1, I gave an M for mastered, and for PLO 4, I gave the D for development. For the next one, the next POS 7 was course ARL 646, and the artifact that I chose was called Comprehension Strategy Lesson Reflection Video. And again, for this artifact, I chose two PLOs to go along with this. I chose PLO 1 and PLO 4. For PLO 1, I gave an M for mastered, and for PLO 4, I gave the D for development. The next one was ITI 660, and I chose an artifact called Research as a Teacher. And along with it, I chose PLO 4 with D as development. The next one was my last course, and it is MAE 670, and for this I chose PLO 4 for the artifact analysis, and I gave an M for mastered. Okay, so the first one, again, for my artifact, I chose the initial plan of study. This was for MAE 610, Plan of Study and Practitioner Research course. And basically what this assignment was this was done at the very beginning of the program, or the first week of the program. And it was basically an outline of the courses that I was going to complete in order to obtain my master's degree. This outline basically gives input on how much mastery I obtain from each of my courses throughout my program, along with the artifacts. For the PLO alignment, this artifact aligns with PLO 4, and is basically the develop reflective practices that are grounded in current learning science research, professional ethics, and include pathways to continuous growth. For the allocation, I gave an I for introduced. And this plan of study basically demonstrates and outlines my journey in the MAE program, and it just provides an overview of the courses and my understanding and growth throughout the master's program. The next one was ITI 670, and this was an introduction to SEL. And the artifact was an introduction to social emotional learning. And this was actually these were some slides that I created. And this assignment was basically an introduction to SEL. In this assignment, I had to create slides to demonstrate my understanding of SEL. I had to research SEL in the classroom, its importance, effectiveness, how to improve social and emotional skills in academics, and so on. And in this assignment, I had to basically find peer review articles to further my knowledge on the topic and just continue to research the topic of SEL. For this artifact, I chose PLO1, which states that it will integrate advanced approaches to instruct assessment and learning using digital tools and skills. For the allocation, I chose I for introduced and D for developed. So this presentation basically shows my initial competence in using digital tools to create slides and presentations overall. It also shows my research skills in researching studies and gathering data using digital tools and digital libraries. For the next course was ITI 672, and it was SEL in action. The artifact that I chose was developing effective intervention slides, and this was again some slides that I created. And it was basically to find research on a specific SEL curriculum and investigate its effectiveness in the classroom. I had to find peer review articles that gave data on the effectiveness of the SEL program that I chose. And I focused on the second step program because I'm currently using this curriculum in the classroom myself. Therefore, all the information that I researched on this program was information that I was able to apply in the classroom on every day. And then along with this artifact, I chose PLO1 to go with it, which states that it will integrate advanced approaches to instruct, assessment, and learning using digital tools and skills. And for the allocation, I gave him M for mastered. So basically, the research that was conducted was using digital learning tools such as Google Slides and was basically used to create and provide effective interventions on the second step program. The next course was ITI 674, and this was research in SEL. And this assignment was basically an action research proposal where I had to come up with my own research question, my own theory, my own methods, resources, and give a justification for my participants' methods and research overall. I had to use studies from peer review articles to further investigate the topic. For the PLO, I chose PLO3, which is apply practitioner research methods to study and inform instruction in traditional and digital learning environments. And for the allocation, I chose D. For the competence, this artifact basically shows practitioner research methods by providing a research question, participants' methods and theories. And the use of digital learning is evident in the use of different data sources and digital libraries. My next one was my PLE induction credit. And for the artifact, I chose an individualized learning plan. And in here you can see a sample of my learning plan. So basically, for this, I had to create my own problem that I wanted to solve. And I basically chose how I chose my high achieving students and how I felt that they were not being challenged enough. So basically, I chose a group of students that I felt needed additional support or that I needed to differentiate my instruction. And basically, I had to teach and assess to see if I needed to change or adopt what I was doing. So for this assignment, the artifact PLO2 aligns with, and it's basically to design learning experiences that include learner characteristics, principles of custom learning, and assessment as learning. And the allocation was the M per mastered. And basically this artifact learning characteristics was taken into consideration to design the lesson plan that differentiated students' needs. It also assessed, there was also an assessment that was provided at the end of the lesson to reflect upon the customized learning experience for the students. Well, the next one was ARL 645, which was developing fluency in reading. The artifact that I chose is developing fluency in echo reading lesson reflection, and this was my reflection for a lesson that I had done with my class. And in here you see me talking and discussing with my colleague and just overall reflecting upon that lesson. And this video or this artifact aligns with PLO 1, which states that it will integrate advanced approaches to instruct, assess, and learning using digital tools and skills, and also with PLO 4, which is develop reflective practices that are grounded in current learning, science research, professional ethics, and include pathways to continuous growth. The allocation was D for number 4, which was developed PLO 4, and then the M for PLO 1. This artifact basically shows mastery in PLO 1 as the use of technology was applied to create the video. The use of iMovie and YouTube applications were used to develop this assignment. Along with PLO 1, this artifact shows the reflective practices as evident by the video, which aligns with PLO 4. The discussion in this video talked about a previous lesson that was presented in class, and also professional ethics and continuous planning and growth were discussed. The next one was ARL 646 comprehension strategies. And the artifact was a video with a colleague reflecting on a lesson that I had done on comprehension. And we talked and discussed how the lesson went and what needed to be changed and what went well. And along with this artifact went PLO 1, which states that it integrates advanced approaches to instruct, assess, and learning using digital tools and skills. This artifact also aligned with PLO 4, which says to develop reflective practices that are grounded in current learning, science research, professional ethics, and include pathways to continuous growth. So PLO 1 went with the M for mastered, and PLO 4 went with D for development. So this artifact clearly demonstrated my competency on the use of digital tools and skills. The use of different online sources was used to create and upload this video online. In addition, it demonstrates the use of reflective practices to support continuous growth and development as an educator. The next one was ITI 660, Identity, Inclusion, and Equity. And for my artifact, I chose research as a teacher. And this was basically a research paper that was done to further investigate teacher research. And in this paper specifically, I had to find peer review articles to further learn about teacher research and practitioner research. And basically this specific artifact went along with PLO 4, which develop reflective practices that are grounded in current learning, science research, professional ethics, and include pathways to continuous growth. The allocation was D. And this artifact basically shows my competency on the continuous growth through research and how continuous growth can be accomplished through the use of practitioner research as an educator. And lastly, MAE 670, which was a plan of study and practice research. And the artifact that I chose was the artifact analysis presentation, which is what I'm doing right now, this video. And in this artifact analysis, I chose PLO 3, which is Apply Practitioner Research Methods to Study and Inform Instruction in Traditional and Digital Learning Environments. This artifact also aligned with PLO 4, which is Develop Reflective Practices that are grounded in current learning science research, professional ethics, and include pathways to continuous growth. The allocation was M for Master. And the competence, this assignment shows the competencies on the practitioner research and overall learning experiences for all of my courses. It shows a continuous growth in all PLOs with the course of my MAE journey. So basically this assignment was this was an alignment of my coursework and learning experience that I had completed upon completion of my program. And I used POS artifacts to prove my competencies in all of the 4 PLOs. Thank you so much.